Most people think ang financial freedom happens once you hit your magic number. Pero what if you've already built 73 million pesos in assets and still feel stuck? Ito exactly yung nangyari dito sa couple na to. They're obvious Filipinos based in Dubai, earning over 1.3 million pesos a month, zero consumer debt, multiple investments, and automated na ang kanilang systems. On paper, everything looked perfect. Pero when we reviewed their numbers, one thing was missing. Liquidity. Yung kanilang cash reserves could only cover 6 months of expenses and most of their wealth was locked up sa real estate, leaving them rich on paper but financially fragile. And that's the trap na nakikita ko pagdating sa mga high-income overseas Filipinos. Kaya sa video na to, I'll break down what we discovered inside their financial roadmap, yung key mindset shift na ginawa nila, and how they protected their peace without chasing another investment. Ako nga pala si Jay, a financial coach dito sa Dubai, and I help overseas Filipinos achieve financial clarity so that they can retire before 60. If ito rin ang gusto mo, then you can apply for coaching through the link below or by scanning this QR code. Let's call this couple Mark and Anna. Currently, ang kanilang total net worth is around 4.71 million dirhams or 73 million pesos. Ang kanilang assets, talagang ang dami, di ba? Ang kanilang liabilities dito are only mostly dun sa kanilang properties and yung kotse na rin. Hindi sila lost financially. Ang gusto na lang malaman if enough na ba tong properties na to or kailangan nila mag-diversify and if ever na kailangan nila ng pera, kailan ba nila pwedeng ibenta yung ilang assets nila. Majority of their assets are what we call itong mga premium lots sa kanilang province. Ang nakakatawa dito is yung kanilang cash flow na in-expect dun sa kanilang condos na worth 9 million pesos. Similar lang yung expected na rent dun sa pinapaupahan nila na house and lot dun sa kanilang province. At dito nga sila napaisip bigla na hindi talaga yung price ng property ang basihan para magkaroon ka ng profitable na rental property. And as I also dig deeper dun sa kanilang allocation ng kanilang assets, ang kanilang cash holdings is only around 4.06%. And ang fixed income is at close to 15%. Pinakamalaki talaga na allocation is nandito sa kanilang real estate which is close to 58%. Kaya hindi pa rin sila talaga actually ready mag-retire. Kasi nga of course, when you retire, ang kailangan mo is cash flow. Kailangan mo ng pera. Hindi mo pwedeng kurutin yung inyong bahay or yung a portion of your lot para pambili ng groceries, right? Nung chinek ko nga yung kanilang emergency fund, it's only enough to last for 6.5 months. Ayun, 6.55 lang yung kanyang emergency fund ratio. So napaisip pa nga sila, ano pa ba yung pwede nilang gawin? Kasi nga, ang dami pa rin nilang other goals na gustong ma-achieve maliban lang sa kanilang pag-retire na mas maaga. Kasi gusto rin ni Anna na makasama yung kanyang mother na mag-travel sa Europe and sa US. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo dito sa mga kanilang upcoming expenses within the next 5 years, medyo marami pa. Kasi nga, marami pa silang gustong gawin. Actually, gusto rin nilang pag-aralin yung anak ng kanilang nani. Kaya sabi ko, wow, nakaka-inspire. And ang kanilang ideal retirement is to live with at least 15,000 dirhams per month na monthly expenses or 232,000 pesos a month. Ngayon, upon retirement, meron pa rin silang ina-expect na part-time work, SSS pension, rental income sa kanilang mga properties, and also income din sa kanilang farm business. Kaya ina-expect natin na meron silang around 147,000 pesos per month na monthly income pa rin. So in total, ang kailangan na lang nila actually para makapag-retire comfortably na magkaroon sila ng liquid na retirement portfolio would be around 50 to 63 million pesos. Kung titignan mo nga, ang kailang net worth is already at 4.71 million pesos. So technically, more than enough na yun for them to retire. Pero again, when we talk about retirement, hindi siya about sa iyong net worth It's really about yung liquidity ng inyong assets. Babalikan nga natin itong kanilang retirement income. For those properties that they have, ang total na cash flow lang per month would be around 39,000 pesos. So isipin mo, majority of your net worth is tied up sa property that doesn't generate enough cash flow. Kaya kung mapapansin ninyo, hindi dahil on paper ang taas ng kanilang net worth means automatically makakapag-retire na sila ng maaga. Kasi itong mga assets na meron sila right now is not income producing. So, ibig sabihin pala nun, Kuya Jay, ang mag-matter talaga is paano ako magkakaroon ng enough na retirement fund para talaga makover or mapunan yung aking mga expenses sa pan-retirement. So again, sa case nila Mark and Anna, ang kailangan nilang punuan is itong 210,000 pesos per month na expenses upon retirement. And in order for them to achieve that, kailangan pa rin nila mag-save up or mag-invest ng around 260K to 324K a month for the next 11 years so that they can fully retire by the age of 55. So in order for them to retire comfortably, they would still need to build itong kanilang retirement fund. And the good thing there is dahil maganda ang kanilang income per month, then mabibuild nila ito even before they reach the age of 60. Pero if they prefer to retire younger, then it is still possible if they sell some of their lots ng mas maaga and then convert that as a fund and buy assets that would generate additional income for them. Or probably, ibenta nila yung lot na yon and then bili sila ng isa pang property that will generate a better cash flow than what they are expecting right now. And very crucial to mga decisions na to kasi when they turn 56, just a year after they retire, doon na mag-start mag-college yung kanilang anak. Kaya meron sila dapat na education fund para ma-make sure na hindi nila magagalaw yung kanilang retirement fund. Kasi yung ibang napansin ko nga din ng mga retirees, na nasabi nila, ang plano nila is, okay, bibili kami ng isang property and then ito na gagamitin namin na pampaaral ng anak namin. Kaya lang the risk there is, hindi mo kasi basta-basta maka-quantify kung magiging maganda ba yung appreciation value ng property na binili mo. Dahil of course, I would say, kailangan mo pa rin ng konting swerte sa property investing dahil if hindi naman na-develop yung area na yon and hindi mo alam kung magkano ba yung ideal na or yung usual na growth rate ng property per year dun sa area na yon, then baka mamaya kapusin kayo. Kaya pagdating sa portfolio design, ang talagang preferred tools ko, when I say tools ay assets, ay mga global funds. Kasi pwede natin yung ma-quantify kung anong ini-expect natin ng return and also yung risk pagdating sa pagbibuild ng mga gantong klase ng funds. Lalo-lalo na if it's intended for retirement or for the education of your children. Kaya lang based sa ating projection tool, ang kanilang retirement fund daw, mabibuild lang when they turn 57. So ibig sabihin, pag nag-start na mag-college yung kanilang anak, hindi pa enough yung retirement fund. Try natin ibenta yung isang property nila. No? Let's say itong 178K. Okay. So let's say ibebenta na natin yan in the next 2 years. Lagay natin sa college fund and then save. Hindi pa rin enough. So let's say benta naman natin itong lot number 2. Benta natin the next 3 years. Kunyari lang. Oh, masyadong maaga naman. Now, if this is the case, then pwede pa rin lang i-diversify yung excess na pang-education fund and idagdag nila for their retirement. For the case nito nila Mark and Anna, number 1, dagdagan nila yung kanilang emergency fund na at least palakihin nila for 12 months bago sila mag-start ng panibagong mga investments. And kasi meron ding lumapit sa kanila na binibenta na isa pang house and lot dun din sa kanilang province. Ang rental niya is also similar dun sa current na meron sila, which is still better dun sa mga condos na in-anticipate nila na makuha in the next 2 years. Pero ang sabi ko nga, masyado na kayong overexposed sa property. And lahat ng properties ninyo are nasa isang area lang din. So if anything happens dun sa market na yon, let's say bumagsak yung value ng mga properties na yon and they need money immediately, then magbabago talaga yung kanilang lifestyle. Kasi again, when you retire, baliwala tong income nyo right now eh. Okay? Yung 1.3 million pesos na yun, baliwala yan. Kasi ang tinitingnan pa rin upon retirement is magkano ba yung iyong expenses. Ngayon sa case nila, mataas din compared sa mga average na expenses ng ilang mga overseas Filipinos na nagre-retire na. And dahil yun yung lifestyle na gusto nila, then it means na kailangan talaga nilang mag-invest or mag-build ng isang retirement fund that will be enough to sustain that kind of lifestyle. Hindi dahil on paper, sobrang ganda ng kanilang net worth means comfortable na kailang retirement. Magiging comfortable lang ito if magiging sustainable siya when they make yung kanilang mga drawdown sa kanilang fund. The good thing with this couple naman is ang ganda na talaga ng kanilang habits pagdating sa finances. Sobrang disciplined nila. Hindi nga nila na-experience talaga when I spoke to the wife kasi yung wife yung nakausap ko, si Anna. Sabi niya, hindi talaga kami nagkaroon ng financial challenges kasi early on, naging prudent talaga kami sa aming finances. So kahit lumaki na yung sweldo nila, disiplinado pa rin sila sa kanilang paggastos. And majority of their income is talagang na-i-invest nila sa mga properties that are in prime location na may expectations or malaki yung chance na mag-appreciate talaga yung value. So ngayon, they're trying to diversify sa global assets or global markets para nga hindi na masyadong exposed sa isang area and yung risk is minimized with that kind of approach. Kaya if you're in the same place, you're earning well and investing, pero hindi ka pa rin sure if you're really on track sa iyong investments, you don't need another product or a quick tip. Ang kailangan mo lang is a clear roadmap para sa iyong finances. And diyan ko tinutulungan ng mga overseas Filipinos on how they can create a financial roadmap that is clear and would help them retire before 60. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can apply for coaching through the link below or again, scan this QR code. Pero lahat ng to baliwala kung hindi mo alam kung magkano kailangan mo to retire. Kaya dito sa next video na to, papakita ko sa inyo kung magkano ba yung enough na retirement number that is suited sa iyong situation. See you sa next video.